Hello and welcome back to Space Engineers. I'm Duke Skylofer. We are... There we go. We're in the Stellar Garage again, and we are going to finish, maybe, working on the Eagle 5.1 or whatever. Welcome, Rumblestrip. Good to see you. So last time, we finished putting some decent armor around this thing. And what it needs now is a couple of tests. Basically, we need to test some, test the thrusters, test the maneuverability. It doesn't need to be terribly maneuverable, but it needs to be able to move. And we need to test power output. And we need to rename a bunch of things in the controls. Oh, and paint. We have to paint it too. So, this is... Actually... Let me delete all of this for a second here. Let's get rid of all this. Is that everything? That's everything. Let me paste in the... this is the... Yeah, that's the original. Where's the... All turned around here. There it is. Right, it's not going to be perfectly lined up here, but... Oh yeah, that's right. It used to do that. Oh, why don't we stop that? I had a good reason for that, and I don't remember what it was, but I did at some point. Okay, so anyway, here's the original version of it. I was hoping that this would have... Hey, Marcus. That this would have the original color. I guess this was the original color here. I mean, I was hoping for the original secondary color, but I guess I didn't repaint it. I didn't get a blueprint of it after I repainted it the first time. So, we're going to grab this. Let's put it here. Let's grab this exact color here. We're going to start with that as our base. We're not going to make it match the Go-Getter. We're just going to paint the whole thing this color. Oh, we need to put lights on it too, because it's only... Part of the charm of it was this blue glow that it has. Then we have to decide what the accent color is going to be, and then we'll paint various things the accent color. Okay, so why don't we put some lights around on it? And figure out... We still have mirror mode on? Okay, good. Yeah, we could use some on the ends of the wings. I'm thinking we'll probably do... You can't go on top of that right now. Maybe we'll go like there and there. I don't think I could do it on this side. But we could put one maybe... I guess I should turn my own headlights on. Maybe do that. Then we could also put them... I guess I could have put them on the back side of here, but then on the bottom... no. Maybe we'll go like one there, one there. Where did I put it on this top side? Right there, okay. Okay. Then, for this part, this will be a little bit more interesting because we don't want to get it buzzed by the thrusters there, although it might not touch it. I don't know. But I think what we're going to do, since the thrusters already glow on their own, is we're not going to put one there. We're just going to put one here and here. That is not where I put it. I'm going to put it... Are these not... These aren't symmetrical on the top and bottom. Oh yeah, that's right, because I couldn't do the straight across thing. Right, okay, well, we're gonna go right there, even though it's right here on the other side. I think that'll be enough for the back. We'll have to see if the bottom is going to need some lighting. What are we going to do? Especially around these, we could do some inset lights around the, I don't know, they're kind of, maybe we'll do one inset light right there. And then the rest we could maybe just do some regular lighting like this every so often. Trying to think if there's any like naturally good places to put inset lights. I don't think so. I'm gonna put one there. 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 I like that that one rotated on me. Actually looks pretty good. Then we'll just do like one right in the middle of each thruster pod, although I can't get one right in the middle there, but we can put it on the outskirts. Just to get a little light going there. Alright, and then we'll need some on the top. And here we could probably do an inset light. Maybe... Oh, what about like right in the middle here? Oh, no, these are half blocks. That's right. That's right. That means I don't have a good place to put any lights on the top, do I? Except for right there, which is already, I think, on the top of a... That's already on the top of a corner light, so that's... It'll be okay. What if we... I don't really want to pull something up just to put some lights on it. It's gonna be pretty dark up there, though. Maybe on the side here to break this up, we'll do something like that, just so that it's not just like those that 3x3 grid of stuff there. And then we'll do the same thing on the other side. Then we'll have an extra light up here on that side. Alright, we could do a similar thing like right here. Might look really weird though, like if we did that. I think that looks weird. So let's see, where might be a good place to slot a light in? I mean, we could dip down right here and put a light. I don't really like the... What's under here? Is it just bare... Yeah, so like if we took this out, it's like I could put a light sitting on top of here. Actually. Okay. Alright, what if we did this? What if we put our light, like, right there? And let's see, we need to basically want to cover that. That's the wrong way. This went... Oh, wait, no, wait. How was I going to do this? It seems like a lot just for a light. Especially since I could, if I wanted to, just cheese it and put the light, like, right there. And then it'll still shine through, I think. If I put a... Alright, how was this? This was flats in the middle, right? Is that still... no, not really. Because it's too low. Oh, maybe it's not that. Maybe it just needs to be... Yeah, it's just a weird lighting angle, I guess. That could be from the sun. I don't think it's the light, though. Like, because it's not a shadow casting light, so... But just because it's so low, it's not casting light up here. Yeah. Well, you know, one thing we could do... Get rid of this light. Hang on. We could try. I can't see. There we go. This is going to be more effort than it's worth for a... Oops. For a light, but... And then we just keep our... Keep that flow in there and then put a light in between. Does that look dumb? Yep. Might look better if we did the opposite, because we do have a spot right there, and we could... Although, the shadow casting is going to be... Or just like the area that it lights up might be weird, because it's down in this hole. Let's see. What if we did that? Make it really big. There we go. Yeah, see, it just doesn't light up the surface as much because it's embedded. Looks kind of cool, though. Like, it definitely lights up the details of the surface. What if we kind of redesign this back section to just not be, this whole back section to not be so flat, and then it won't look so out of place that there's a light there. Okay, so that's what we're going to try and end up with there. And we could even go one row out. There we go. We could go run one row out if we needed to. Well, let's just assume we're gonna... end up with something like that in the middle. Well, what if, So there's, 2 in the middle here, right? What if we move this forward one? So there's an actual middle right there to this ridge. And then actually just do what we were doing before right here. Then it doesn't change that much. Does that look okay that it starts like that's shifted, that starts there and then slides and then it ends there, and it's not like, I kind of feel like that looks more interesting that it starts there and ends there. Hey, EC, how you doing? Putting the kids to bed? We do, yeah, because it's 1, 2, then it starts there. Then this ends, it's 1, 2. It's like perfectly shifted. I mean, I could make it start right there. No, I don't. It needs a slight adjustment. Just a slight adjustment, I think. And I actually think that being where it is part of the problem. So we'll do that. And we'll do that. There we go. Now that's lined up there. Yeah, that looks good. Because then we could take out this middle part and throw a light right there. And then all the problems are solved once and for all. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I like that. Okay. Let's go in and crank up the range on all these lights. Oh, I gotta put another gravity generator on this thing, or just... That's loud. Where's the gravity range? I don't even know where the grav gen is on here. Okay. So it's there. Yeah, it's like centered around the middle of the ship, so I think we just need to put another one. Or maybe we just need to move it toward the middle. See how much of the ship we can cover. Because really, I don't need to cover the front part, I just need to cover from the bridge to the butt. So. Alright, well, we'll fix that. Remind me to fix that. First, let's get all the lights. Okay. I think we're going to grab all these new ones. Yep, that was a lot of lights we put on. Okay, save that group. They're all going to be 150, 200, and then they're all going to have a radius of as big as possible. They're all going to have an intensity of 3. And there we go. Now our gray ship looks blue. If I could, for just a moment, move the sun to the top of the ship, then we could look at the bottom and see if it still looks lit up. Yeah, bottom looks good. Bottom looks real good. Okay. Let's just leave the sun there for now. I really like how the bridge turned out compared to the old bridge and the one next to it. I think this looks a lot better. Flows into the ship better, and it's got the... It's almost got angry eyebrows. Almost. Alright. Let's rename all these lights real quick. And... I don't feel like renaming all the other things, but I do want to rename these lights. These are going to be E5... yeah, you know, actually, that's a good idea, Marcus. We could try and put some neon tubes on somewhere. Let's, while we're going around painting, let's think about where we might do that. Where that might look good. Alright, what other... Boy, I put a lot of stuff in here. Here's more lights. Alright. There's more. I know there's more. There's inset lights. Yeah, there. Yep, there we go. That's enough of that. I think that's all the lights. Oh, apparently I was really naming them the welcome mat? Oh yeah, that's the... Okay, yeah, I guess I probably could have put, like, perimeter at the... because they're on... these are the, like, the perimeter lights. You can also do... I could have just put that there and hit suffix name, but since this was already written, I didn't feel like bothering. Where are the other ones? These corner lights. Okay. So now we got that squared away. Oh, we also need to deal with... Where's the welcome mat lights? Aren't they? Oh, it's these things right here. These are the welcome mat lights. They're like the lights holding the thing up. We need paint. And at some point, we're going to need to make the construction bay area look like not just a big box. So that'll be the next project. All right. So I do want to have some kind of a blue accent color, and I think we were going with... So before we were going with the blue that was kind of like... Is that not... Are these not very blue? Oh yeah, they don't look very blue, do they? Alright. Huh. It's very, very battered. Alright, we could make them blue and very dark and shiny. I do like shiny metal, but the dark blue, I think any sort of colored shiny metal looks weird. We could maybe do these in carbon fiber. So I'm imagining the accent color is mainly going to be on all of the beams, the steel beams, and potentially on some other things. So you could just go maybe, how does clean armor look? Looks bright. Actually, is this the... No, it's too bright. What if we took the value down to, like, there? And did that instead. I have to go get a paint gun. How does the neon colorable look with these? Is it just kind of like a solid color? Probably. Plastic. Yeah, all of these are just solid colors with scratches, aren't they? Sci-fi armor doesn't... so, you know, the sci-fi armor actually does look pretty good on these. Especially with this color. I actually think I like that the best, because it's kind of all, you know, it's all scratched up a bit. It's like, what it looks like is we tried to paint some steel beams, you know, like we powder coated it or something, and now it's all scratched up over time. I kind of like that. Let me see if I can get a... I have a paint gun. Alright. So we need the... This will actually work well, because then I won't have to mess with changing skins when I'm painting. There we go. Now I gotta remember where all these things are. We could also potentially replace like some slopes with these if we wanted to get like more blue on the back. Something like that. Like we could come over here maybe and replace like a middle one with a... you know, I did not actually want to paint that. I wanted to... oh wait, hold on. One of these is... Yeah, that one's the... Okay, so that middle one... So I could replace either the bottom ones or the top ones or both. If we wanted to do... Do I have them on here? We wanted to do some beams on here like this. Something like that instead. Yeah, that looks good. A little bit of color splash-ish. Let's do it on the back too. Okay. Alright, I am not sure that I want to do that anywhere up here. Unless we could do it like... Oh, where are you? There you are. Like there. Does that look weird or does that look okay? I actually think that looks okay. Kind of like that motif of just replacing, now that we've got a good shape all over the place, of just like knocking out some bits and replacing them with a couple of like beam accents. I don't want to do it in too many places. Like I don't want to do it right there. At least I don't think so. What would that look like if we did though? Oh, it might look cool. Oh, it might look cool. That's unfortunate, because now I have to do it. Here we go. That means I gotta do it on the back, too. If any of you disagree with my assessment that anything looks cool, let me know so that I can go... well, and then kind of ignore you. See, now we put them here. Oops. Ooh. Should we make the guns blue? Yeah, let's make the guns blue, because I did that by accident. It looked cool. That's the rule. I did it by accident. It looked cool. Alright, so now I'm wondering if I shouldn't do... Because I put those there so that the thrusters can shoot through them. Should I do those all the way down? I'm not going to do them on the top. Or should I? Should I do that instead of these? Oh, I don't know. I think that might be too far. I think that might be too far. Yeah. Yeah, it's too far. Okay, we're going to keep those there. I think for symmetry, I am going to do it all the way across here. Because it's the underside and you don't really see it that much and it's already... does that mean I need to do that all the way across down here, though? I think it does. I think that'll be okay, because again, it's all just on the bottom, so it's okay if that looks different. I think. So we did that. I still like that on top, though. What we could do, though, is we could make that... That's right, I was going to do that anyway. We could make this blue. Like that. Let me go back to this, because I'm kind of missing pieces. There we go. Now, I want to say the first time I painted this thing, I did... Oh, I guess I should make that blue and that blue if I'm going to do that, and that looks okay. I want to say that I went and did like the accent color along things like that, which is good. And we could maybe find some more of those things, like maybe there and there. Maybe things that are already kind of, like things where the armor edges have already kicked in for one reason or another. I was gonna say like maybe like right there, but well, if we do it right there, then it puts like a nice line right straight across there. Yeah, I like that. Let's do that on the other one too. I think we could do... yeah, let's see. I can't really do under you, can I? Without taking you off. Let's leave that one alone. Yeah, let's leave that one alone. We were going to do... I want to say we wanted to paint a stripe there because it was going to look cool on the inside. Yeah, leading up to the stairs there. How does that look on the bottom? Dumb or not? It really does feel like it goes too far. Or maybe it goes not too far enough. Like that. I don't want to get the... Let's see. Yeah, I don't want to do that one. I don't want to get the... I don't want to do the thrusters. I don't want to do too many stripes, but I just happen to like those because they match up with the stairs on the other side. Let's see, I know I've got a lot more steel beams. I know I got beams in here. In my hidey spot. This is where I can go and hide and like read books and stuff, you know. Just hang out under here. I haven't figured out a good spot. Good thing to do in there yet. Let's see. We could do... Oh, yeah, we got more right here. You know what? That's okay. I like that. I was going to say we could do like a stripe right here going up to the... where the miner lands. I think that looks good. Then we got... Sorry about the mouse flying around. We got these guys here. Oops. That looks good. We should have some sort of color on the top. What if... I mean, I like the idea of, like, these things being blue for some reason. But what else? Like, where does that... To what end? You know? Do we take that and then go straight back like this all the way to there? Or do we... Actually, that looks pretty good. I think I'm going to go with that. I'm going to go with that. We could make the angry eyebrows blue. I don't like that. Yep, that's going to stay like that. Okay. So that's good there. Let's see, let's get our weapons to be cool blue. Should we make the conveyors blue? Like where they're visible on the outside or not? I don't think so. I don't think so. Let's get the rest of the... Yep. Ooh, should we make... Yeah, I think this would look cool if these were also blue on the ends here. Because you don't often get to, when you have a flat surface like this, make like triangle color shapes, you know. So we're going to do that there as well, but apparently not right there. Because otherwise we would be doing like a, if we carried on with that, it would go to like there. Ooh. Okay, well apparently I am doing stripes now. Should this end up being blue as well? Oh, boy, I'm going crazy with the blue. That's alright, it needed color. What else? I know there's still more. Here we go. I knew there was more of these things sitting around. I think there might be more around here. Maybe there should be more around here because there's a whole lot of this stuff going on. Let's see. What if we take out that one, that one? Nope. What was that? That would have had to have been a this. Right? I assume so. So that is... That's a full block there. We can't change that one. Okay. That works out. That's fine. Ah! What the heck? Where am I? Okay. How do I keep finding more of these things that I haven't replaced yet? There should have been 8 sets of those. I think I've got most of them. Should I do the... I guess I should do the front caps of that too, right? If that's the kind of the pattern we're going with. I actually think that looks worse though. But that is the pattern, so I'm going with it. Ow. So, how is everyone doing today? I just got back from a trip to Indianapolis. This week it was a single day trip for work. It was fun. I'm going to keep that. I'm going to keep that color. What if we did this? That bit blue. I like that. Do I have a second one of those? I do. I think I might have a third one too. Alright. Did I have another one of those over here? I do. Okay. I don't have one there. Okay. Now, what a mishmash of a ship, huh? Compared to the old one. I guess they're both mishmashes. I still maintain it. After looking at it, I realized what this kind of is like. You guys, did you watch Vanguard You wasted space in them. The Vanguard, if you took this bottom part, this whole bottom part off, that's kind of what the remainder looks like, just shorter. It almost looks like that ship smashed into the back of another ship and they just became a single ship. It's just, yeah, this obviously doesn't look exactly like it. It looks like a very, very truncated version of it that has solar boats, solar surfboards sticking out of the side. Yeah, it seemed like the show, it was really good. Vanguard was so good in the beginning. And it seemed like they lost they lost the plot. I know that sounds like a euphemism for something different, but like it just seemed like they ran out of story, right? And it was getting harder and harder to just keep compelling content going. So I don't blame them for stopping it, but it was so good in the beginning. Okay. I don't think we need any stripities up on top. Ow. We are going to need some lighting on the inside. I think we're probably going to need... let's see, if we're going to build stuff in here, we're going to need places to dock things, aren't we? So we're probably going to want, like, conveyor lines. Well, we've got these conveyor lines here. If we ever need to, like, cut out and put a dock there... But we should probably run some conveyors through the floor, too, just to have them for when we need them. What is the bottom? Oh, man, there's really no... The only place to do it on the floor would be right here, right down the middle, because everything else, like this is the floor. You know, there's no... So some of these are half blocks right here. Yeah, that's kind of the downside to not bringing the floor up one from the inside. Well, middle is better than nothing. Middle is better than nothing, and how hard would that be? Do these things don't have conveyors on the bottom, right? Oh, the proto-tech captures, I feel, are going to end up on different ships. Because I'm not leaving any space for any of those things. If anything, they'll just get slapped onto the top here or something if this ship needs to temporarily take them. But I feel like the proto-tech captures are going to be distributed to other ships. This one is intended to be as is. Though it doesn't necessarily have to be. I mean, we could... Once it's in survival, we can rearrange it however we like. So... We didn't put any neon out anywhere. Maybe we don't really need neon, or maybe we need neon... let's see, we can't really put it on the top. Unless we put it in the middle there. I need to move the grav gen. You know what? The grav gen... Hang on. Coming in for a docking. There we go. I think there might be some space. I mean, I could put it right here and then put a plate on top of it. Yeah, neon landing lights might be a good idea. You can't... The neon lights don't have the blink ability, right? They're static. Because that would be really cool if they could blink. And we could have it... otherwise, I could just do, like, regular running lights, landing lights on the back. Let me think about that, actually. Maybe that might be a good idea. Okay, so we could put it... Oh, I could put it right here under those... Under the backs... Under that set of stairs right there. Okay. Let's see. If we went... yoink. Yoink, that's the technical term. And then we put a grav gen. Where's the front? Which way is the front? Is the... Does it matter? I guess it does matter. We'll put that there. And then put that back, and now we're good to go. I'm going to make this guy blink at some point. I think that would be... Oh, actually, yeah. We would need to put in some timer blocks, wouldn't we? Are these half blocks right here? Yeah. Half block, half block. Yeah, well. Hey, Game Dork. I've noted your check-in in the official log. Thank you for checking in. Cargo access. We can put timers on this wall, too, if we wanted. That's actually not a terrible idea. Alright, so if I was to take out... I know I got distracted from the grab gen, but... Okay, so we do have a conveyor on the bottom of that. I thought we did. So we could grab... oh man, this is going to look terrible. Curved tube. I can't do this with the mirror on. There we go. Oh, that's not going to look terrible. I take that back. Curved tube there. And then, let's see, reinforced tube. Do we want this facing up or down? I think we'll leave it facing inward. Now, the thing is that I don't have any idea of what to do with it. So I might just leave it like that. And then if we use it... Actually, you know what? Let's take it out. This was easy enough to do. If we ever need a connector in the floor, we'll just take these blocks out and put a connector in the floor. It's no big deal. And I just put a random block somewhere. Okay. Alright, that's fine. Let's set up this grav gen thing. Let me head over to the cockpit. We're going to want probably a second cockpit, like a battle bridge type dealie in the back there. What is with the noise, huh? I was thinking probably also use some hydrogen thrust just to get it going, but that's... I think that ship has sailed. Alright, Grav Gen 2. Let's take Grav Gen 1. I'm going to call it 1 so I can tell them apart. And we're going to turn you off. Show you on the HUD. And let's see if we can... What's our... We'll cover like the whole ship as best we can here. And we'll have to go check out the back. But, I mean, that'll be good like that, because... Oh, you know what else I like to do when you're in space? I like to... What did I set this one to? About 4.5. I like to take the ship gravity down a bit. It saves on power, for one. And it also makes it feel a little bit more spacey, you know? Like you're doing a spacewalk. Alright, is that enough to cover the floor? Oh yeah. Just barely, but yeah, it's actually perfect. Yep. Perfect, alright. This room needs its own lighting. Let's turn that Grav Gen off. Show on HUD off. Can I show on HUD and then turn this off and actually figure out where this thing is so I can take it out? I don't need two of them in here. That is a jump drive, not a grav gen. Oh, wait a minute. That's a grav gen. Why do I have the jump drive turned on? That's weird. Well, yep. No, that's corner light. I just randomly hit one tiny little thing I didn't mean to see. Okay, there we go. Don't know why I had the show on HUD turned on there. Okay, so it seems to be buried inside this center section here. Right there. What is this thing? Is this my extra... Oh, my spare H2s. Yeah. No. Oh, it's definitely an H2 gen. Okay, where is my... Yeah, from before I had any sort of uranium. So where is this? It's on the other side of this thing. Okay. Maybe I am not getting it back out. So it seems to be perfectly aligned behind things I don't want to take out, like ion thrusters. Let's see. What if it's maybe like... What is this thing? Just a... No. Jeez. Event controller. I don't want to take that out. Because I don't remember what it does. What's under... Let's see. Is it... Let me guess. It's like right under this event controller? Yep. Okay. What's this thing? A power module? Power module. Okay. Well, we could take that out. Get down... Wait a second. What is this? Assembler? Yeah. Okay. Alright, cool. What should we put right here instead, now that we've got this extra space right here? In between the tank and the O2, whatchamacallit. We could put in... another gyro. We could put in... We have a conveyor port. What do we need? I could put another uranium reactor right there. For a little bit of extra power boost. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. think I'm going to do that. Let's make sure we got it going. Oh my gosh, I can't see. Can't see when the mirror is up. I'd rather just fly up here, point it. I'm going to point it forward at the other reactor because you're not going to see it here anyway. Actually, you're not going to see it anywhere, so... There. And there we go. And there we go. Problem solved. Okay. So that takes care of that. I think the painting is probably good, unless we wanted to do any kind of color in the front of the shoes, or whatever you want to call them. But I don't think so. I think I am going to paint this middle section here. Just oops, like this. Let's see, that kind of goes all the way back, doesn't it? Maybe I did not want to do that. Now, unless we did that, and it just stopped there. I don't want to do a whole stripe all the way back. I mean, the ring transporter, we could honestly just put in the cargo bay area in the back if we really, really wanted to have one. I mean, I have no idea how well those things work on servers, but... oh, you know, I do specifically remember this being a square and me painting that one square. Because it was already blocked off by armor bits. Yeah, no, I don't think... I mean, we have, you know... Maybe someday. It would be very cool to have a Stargate server And I know at least one of those guys has probably watched a lot of Stargate just knowing them, so. Okay. Let's take a break from painting and take a drink of water and remind everybody to consider liking the video if you have not already liked the video and if you are actually literally liking the video in real life. Okay. Good. I like that. I'm going to blueprint that because it's actually a good-looking ship. So Rumble Strip, have you used any of the Stargate mods? Because I remember using the original Stargate mod a long time ago, and the Supergate was really, really kind of unstable. Not like lore-wise, but you know, in Space Engineers. The rest of the gates were okay. Sometimes I would get into situations where something would spawn on the other side and be like clipped into the side of the gate and explode, but for the most part, the small gates worked fine, but the big gates always seemed to have some trouble, like a lot of lag, you know. And so, yeah, so I've heard that there was a new version. I saw it. I probably subscribed to it, but I haven't tried it yet. Would be cool, though, because, you know, after a while, it takes a long time if you need to travel between planets, you know? Maybe I'll think about that. I might think about adding that to the, once the guys in Designated Survivors get to a point where I feel like they've, I'm not going to say mastered, but, you know, they've grokked the, you know, they've understood the basics of the game enough to not have to worry whether or not I'm throwing some weird mod thing at them that they're never going to see again. Then I might throw those gates in there. That might be fun. I mean, it would definitely be fun. I'm not saying it might. I shouldn't say it might. It definitely would be fun. So, all right, give me like 5 minutes or so to rename. Oh, you know what? Let's. The bridge needs some color as well, doesn't it? Do we have flat windows where this much is covered up, or no? I don't think we do we? Because that would be cool to have that continue on there. We don't, all right? We only have the half windows. These things. These things. Yeah, I mean, I guess the only thing I could do is just put something up against it. Right? Yeah. Let's see, what could we put up against it that might look cool? So we do have just like general consoles we could put there. We could put lab equipment. We could do a sink in case you get dirty on the bridge, you know, kitchen in case you get hungry. The bridge helm block. What's these? Hang on a second. Let me just scroll through. I know this is not going to fit anywhere nearby, but we've got these pieces too. They're not going to do... They're not going to help, right? Some of these I've already used in this. Right, like some of those are up there. Yeah, no, none of these will do. These are all corners and sides and stuff. Okay, never mind. Oh, yeah, that's actually true. We could do that. They don't even have to be... they don't even have to be there because those are on the outside. So we could actually put the transparent things opposite the glass if we wanted to. You know, because there's spot here. And then I don't have to worry about, like, flipping the image so I can see it from the inside. Yeah. Yeah, we'll leave it. We'll leave it alone. I built a ship. Oh, I've got some of these things in here to paint. I built a ship long time ago, a large grid ship, and I did, like, it had 4 windows on the side like this, similar to this, and I did put like power graphs all over, and it was very cool. It was very cool. We could hang the holographic ones here too. They're kind of hard to see sometimes, but like we could hang a holographic thing right there. We could, you know, I could replace this cryo chamber with like a bathroom, and we could put one of these in front of it as like a holographic door, you know? I should replace this cryo chamber since there's more in the cargo bay now. I could put something else right there. I'll have to think about that. We'll have to rethink the bridge a little bit because... Let's see. Does this gun still blend in pretty well? I think so. Yeah, we'll have to rethink the bridge a bit because these lights here, there's 3 different lights to indicate the state of things. And we don't need... I don't need 3 different lights anymore. They could just be one light that changes color. So... yeah. Because when you get into here... everything goes into low power mode, all the doors close, and then, you know, the low power light comes on. So that was how I would log out. I would go in here, and then I would be sure that the ship wasn't gonna use a ton of power because everything would just shut down. And then as soon as I hopped out of there, all the doors open, all the lights come on, and everything. So here's one of those holograms. So, yeah, we could rethink that a little bit too. We've got, like, we could do floor striping if we wanted to. Actually, that would be kind of cool if we did. I want to get that. There we go. Yeah, if we did something like that. And then how much does this hang over the edge? So yeah, if I did that outer one, that would turn blue on the outside there. I don't necessarily want to do that on this outer frame, but anything on the inside here we could make. We could make blue like this. Not what I intended to do, but... there we go. Okay. Yeah, I might wanna pop this out of here and paint underneath there. Actually, I don't want to pop out of there just yet. So, oh my god, my hand is going crazy here. Because I'm just gonna do. Oh wait, what's under? Yeah, okay. Just because this thing is tied to an event controller, and I don't want to lose that setting just yet. I got to look up what it is, what it does. Does that look weird? Having the 2... I think that does look weird, having the 2 stripes like that. Let's leave all this... let's leave that blue. Is this corridor good with the way it is? I think it is. That's okay. Yeah, it's fine the way it is. Alright. Let me sit down, give me like 5 minutes. We're going to rename... There doesn't seem to be any quieter in here. We're going to rename all the stuff. Make some groups. Get you... oh, you know what? I don't think I have an AI defense controller in here. I should probably do that. That could have gone where the... where the first grav gen was. I don't know if I explained this. I put WPN in front of all the weapons, and I originally did that having something to do with setting up groups for weapon core. Like, it wasn't required to do that, but for some reason I remember I wanted to group all the weapons and label them, and then it became really easy. Like, if I need to just get all the weapons and shut them off for some reason, like if they're shooting at something, to not have to search for like turret and oh no, something's not named turret or whatever. It's just it's WPN. Everything is that's WPN. So anyway, that's all. Inventory will keep. Terminal, no. Let's see. Do I want... Oh, you know what? Let's finish grouping everything first, and then we'll... terminal... No, that's all good. The antenna's probably fine the way it is. The assemblers were designed for no scripts, so they're in co-op mode, which we might just keep, or maybe we'll eventually install Izzy on here somewhere. Maybe I'll put some programmable blocks in the cargo bay as like decoration that we can eventually use for things like Izzy and stuff like that. Emotion controller. That's a 5, right? We should name the... We should name the guy with the eyeballs in there. Come up with a good name. I've got a name in mind, but I want to know what other people think. I want to see if your name is better than mine. You know who I'm talking about? The eyeballs in the hallway. Okay. Gyroscope. Gyroscopes, gyroscope, gyroscope, gyroscope. Let's see. All of these connectors are essentially docks, I think. I'm just going to name them docks. I know they're connectors, but whenever I have a connector that's intended for something to dock on it, I usually just name it dock. And then we can name it something else. If it becomes a permanent dock for something else, then we'll rename it. Alright, now these guys I do want to keep in toolbar config, but I don't want to see them anywhere else. Actually, I might want to see them on the inventory screen, just in case anybody shoves anything in one of those. Disable P. Disable P. Disable P. Yes. Used for parking. Used for parking. There we go. What do I do? Turn you off. Oh wait, no, I do want you on toolbar config. I might want to use that. Yeah, that's basically it. There we go. Okay. Good call, thank you. I don't tend to push P on ships, but that is a good call nonetheless. Let's see, I'm going to name these 1, 2, and 3 just in case I need to do anything with them like that. We can get them out of the terminal. It's a decent distance. There's a container. Bar config terminal. Door. You know what? Actually, I am going to call this a utility door, just because, and that's what all of these are, just because I have the script that, or the event controller that opens and closes doors, and I don't want these to be part of that. I just want, well, I want them to close if I go to sleep, but I don't need them to reopen immediately, you know? That interior turret seemed like a much better idea on the server, on the Keen server, where someone might potentially actually come into my my ship and try to steal it. Let's see, are these actually 4 and 5? 1, 2, yeah. Buckle my shoe. I don't know that the refineries need numbers, but who cares? Let's keep that there, keep that there. Actually, let's put them in a group so that they can be turned on and off. I'm kind of surprised they're not already in a group, to be honest. Can we Borgify the look of the cryos? How would we do that? I love this idea. How would we make that happen? Toolbar. There we go. I don't need all of these to be visible there. Don't need to see you. Don't need to see you. Actually, bring them back once again. Assemblers. And then, I don't need to see you there either. Yeah, the nice thing was that this thing has... Oh, it has batteries somewhere, right? Maybe we should put more... Oh, it has a ton of batteries, that's right. The nice thing was that the reactors would be kept off. I think this thing, if I recall, would only kick on... Oh, it's the emergency reactor light. That's the thing. There we go. If the batteries started to get low, then they would kick on. And so, like, most of the time, I wasn't even running the reactors. They would generally kick on if I was running the thrusters a lot, basically. So, I might do this, I might change it to be, because the batteries will charge off the solar panels pretty well, if nothing else is going on. So I might change the reactors to kick on only if the batteries are at max power output. Actually, wait, will that work? Because then the second the reactors kick on, the batteries won't be, and then it'll just cycle infinitely. That's the problem with these. That's the problem with these event controllers being very Boolean. But corner LCDs. Actually, that's actually a pretty good idea. I should put labels on them. That's a good idea. Why did I type that before actually selecting the groups? The reactors. Alright, don't need to see them there. Do need to see them there. Don't need to see them there. We're almost to the end of this. Gone. Gone. We will figure out the control chambers later. Oh yeah, batteries. Why did I make one new battery? I wonder if I deleted one. I'm sure it's probably in the back of the ship there somewhere. And when I was working underneath the bridge. Alright, the hangar doors. That's another one where I'm going to set them to close when everybody goes into the cryo chambers, but they won't open automatically. We'll have a button for it. Alright, all the thrusters. Where's the thrusters? Oh, excuse me. There should be 2 more big thrusters like this, right? Unless they already had the proper naming. They might have already had the proper naming from the copy and paste, so... Okay. That's all of it. I'm gonna have to select all these. Oh yeah, because these are the top ones that didn't come over in the copy and paste. The vertical facing ones. Okay. Because you can convert the small grid on the base. Hold on now. Quick corner? Okay. Green and black paint. We do have base game small grid cryos now. Sorry, I'm just trying to think this through, what you're writing here. Yeah, I could lock them out of it. That's not a bad idea. Alright, why is this thing there? Why is that visible? Why are you visible? You could stay. The medical room. Could be not in the terminal anymore. And then these yield modules can go. I'm really hoping we can get to space in this next episode. Sunday. I think I'm around Sunday. I just replaced the name with nothing. I'm gonna have to make sure that I'm actually around on Sunday this week. Pretty sure. But yeah, I'm hoping the next session we actually do get to space, and then you know, we'll just see if there's... We'll have enough hydrogen and oxygen on the Moon Knight to live for a while. But not indefinitely if we can't find ice somewhere nearby, so... Alright, I think that's enough messing around in there for now. Let's get out of that noisemaker. Let's head to the back. Turn that off. Ooh, this light should be really moody. What color should this be in the back here? What if we did make this a little bit more green because of those things? Oh, we could actually make this light match these with an event controller. In fact, let's do that. Let's put an event controller like right here. At least I think you could do that. We're gonna find out. Event controller actually looks pretty good right there, like that. No, actually it looks good. Ooh, which way looks best? I like that actually. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. There we go. And then, what light is this? We're gonna call this... Oh, I shouldn't have called that perimeter. This one is going to be... I don't know, really, this is like the engine room. Hallway? I don't know. So we can say... Alright, I need a control panel. Can I get one up here? Alright, so where's that? Here we go. So we're going to say Stored power percent for all jump drives. All jump drives is if it's less than or equal to 100%, basically. And then we're going to have our emergency. Oh, that's right. Oh, okay. I forgot. There's 3 lights, not for different statuses, but for different. So the 3 lights are, the middle one is on the bridge. There's the 3 lights. One of them comes on when power saving mode is on. One of them comes on when my emergency hydrogen engine turns on, and the other comes on when the emergency reactors turn on. That's the. They're not the same status. They're 3 different things. Okay, never mind. I was gonna change that, and I'm glad I didn't. But you need to be visible in the toolbar config. So. Just in case of assimilation. Okay, so we're going to say when they are, what did I say, less than? If it's less than the charge, then we're going to set it to like a, I think this color comes out as like crimson, right? Yeah, crimson. Otherwise, we're going to have this color be like a, not like a harsh green, but more like a lime green, I would say. Alright. I don't know that I have a good way to... let's see, we could probably do a jump. And then make that... yeah, why don't we do that? Why don't we do a quick jump? Let me delete this other ship in case we don't make it back here. Alright, then we're also going to find out if I left any parts behind. Alright, boy, we're going to have to fix up the toolbar at some point, aren't we? Alright, jump drive 1, jump, and then my jump drives, I want you all to be min distance. Oh, the grid is static, that's right, I forgot about that. I didn't want it to float away. Ship, please. Oh yeah, we should also test how well this thing maneuvers, huh? Alright, let's see the blazing acceleration speed. Here we go. Actually, that's not bad. That's decent. Probably going to be way worse going up and down, but... No, actually. Not bad. We don't get a whole lot of time when the thrusters are happening. Gyros are not terrible, too. Actually, this turns out to be a pretty nimble ship for a big ship. Alright, let's do a jump. How fast, wait, is it going to charge? Hang on. Because we're in, yeah, let's do a little bit of a longer jump so I have time to get to the back. Run to the back, run to the back. Oh, they're already recharged because it was the other one that didn't. Jump drive 1 is the one that actually used its power. Alright, we might have to make a full distance jump. Let's, I don't want to end up too far away, so we're gonna make a full blind jump and drain all the jump drives. Yep. Which is now significantly shorter than before. Before it was saying 6,000 kilometers. But, whatever. I'm not going to go to that unidentified signal. We can go close to it, though, but... Alright, here we go. I know they're going to recharge fast because it's creative mode. But I'm hoping that there is a... yeah, I think there is definitely going to be a downtime. Is it not? Huh. Well, they are recharging, but why didn't you... Oh, you know what? One thing I should do is say... I shouldn't put this AND gate on. It should be if any of them are charging, then it goes to red. Yeah, see, it should. It should have. So, action slot 1 is what should have happened. Go to Crimson. Huh. There's no way to just trigger this now, though, right? I don't think so. All right. I'm just gonna... excuse me. Take this thing. So we should be at 255 red, 0 green, 50. So this is what the room will look like when it's charging. And then that doesn't really spill over very far to anywhere else, thankfully. So, that's kind of cool though, and then it'll be hopefully green once they get fully charged up. I guess we'll come back and find out a little bit. Alright, let's not Borgify these guys too much. But I do think it would be cool to put some name tags on them. So, I don't know, do I have the colors? I don't have their colors in here, but... I think they were fairly basic. Like we could have a red and a green of some sort, right? That probably looks good. And then I could just use this for mine. In the middle, of course, because I'm the most important. That should be a little bit darker, just a little bit. And then, oops. And then we'll do DNAs, which I also think now should be a bit darker. I think all of these should just be a bit darker like this. Yeah. And mirror mode. Go away, mirror mode. Where are you not? There it goes, okay. Which one was I doing? This one needs to be darker like that. This one needs to be that, and now we can put mirror mode back on. I'm missing all my keys here. Yeah, I was pushing N. Actually, I think I might have been pushing M by accident. I don't like that green. I don't like that green. It needs more... It needs to be slightly bluer, slightly less saturated. And mirror mode is on again. And I pushed the wrong button. Is it getting too late already? Am I already falling asleep? Maybe that's the problem. Alright. So then... Oh, there's a Mayday out here, because we've jumped so far. Oh, actually, that's a good idea. The Tron armor skins would look cool. This kind? That might be a little bit too dark. Let's do the opposite one. Oh, man, you don't see the... You don't see any neon in that. Not like you do for... Does it need to be darker? I bet it needs to be darker, and then you might see the... yeah, you'll see the honeycombs in it. Okay, so then in that case, what if it was this, and then we made it really bright? Yeah, that's better. That's the trick. That's what we need to do. So, really bright like that. Maybe not so bright. And then... Yes, this is good. Good idea, rumble strip. I'm not going to make it too obnoxious, though. That needs to be a lot brighter. That might be too bright. That looks good. That looks good. Actually, I think maybe mine should be brighter, too. Yes. There we go. Now we're talking. That's not bad. It's not bad. I like it. So, for naming, we could either put full holographic LCDs on them in front of them to, like, project the name on the front of it, or we could just put a little, like, corner LCD up at the top in front of it to label it. Let me see what this would look like. I already had it right there, right where I put it. I am not convinced that this will look good, but let's see. Yeah, if we put it like right there. Doesn't look like. Okay, so if we said I'm not trying to Borgify anything, by the way. I'm just trying to make it nice. So this is Nitro Wonder. And if that's just what it said, and it was centered... Where's the... Yeah, somewhere like... a little too far, but... Yeah, if we did it like that. Or would it look better to have it be, just a name plate at the top? I kind of think the name plate at the top is going to look better. This is it's very cool that you can walk through it, but... Unless I had a good image that I could put on it... Yeah, I don't necessarily want to put any of that in there. Let's see. I could just put posters on them, but then you might not really see the... Like, if we did like this... Yeah, then you literally won't see the... this. That is actually kind of cool that it puts the name on top of the poster like that. But then you don't see the thing at all if I do that. Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm not gonna do images at all. We're just gonna do an LCD nameplate that I could make in their color. So we could just do a flat one on top of each. Oh, this is the wrong one. Where's the flat top? There we go. Now this is where we're going to run into the lovely HSV versus RGB when I try to do the colors on here. But let's see. This one is going to be. Let's make these names shorter here. Alright, so his will say Pathfinder. In the center. Significantly larger. Let's say, is 9 too big? 9 looks perfect. Is there a better font? I don't think we have really a better... Oh, that might be a great font, actually. So many... All these fonts are the same font, aren't they? Except for monospace. Monospace or normal game font? Color. Some kind of green. Can I do background color on these? Oh, I can do. Okay. Let's do that instead. Let's do this and then go some kind of green. Yeah, let's stick with that. Okay, green, a little bit darker, maybe a little bit of blue in it. Yes, good. Doesn't have to match perfect. Actually, I kind of want it to match as close as possible to this color, the neon color. I'll try that. I don't know how close I'm going to get to it, but I don't know that my name is going to fit with the font size that I picked for the other one. It does. Oh yeah, because it wouldn't have fit with the other font. That's right. Okay, so black words. I'm writing black words. Okay. Then we're gonna go to about maybe. It is mostly blue. Does that look? Looks decent, huh? Looks decent. Okay. I need to talk to DNA about giving me a 1 or 2 syllable abbreviation of his screen name, so it's faster to say. No, not padding. Where's font size? Yeah, I did it already. Okay. He is mostly red. Maybe a little bit of blue to make it kind of pinkish. Needs to be pinkisher. Too pink. Decent. Decent enough. That looks good, huh? I like it. I like it. And what are these things named? Now they are named correctly. And then we can go delete the one on the bridge. Let's see. What did I call? Let's see. We can also get rid of you guys. The EC4 power saving. There we go. So we need to tell it. We just need to add all those in there. And remove the original one. And then it is... we want it to be... is it... it's... This is cockpit, seat, leave, enter, seat enter or leave. So when I think I want the AND gate, because I want it to be if all 3 of them are occupied, then everything shuts down, and if any one person comes out, everything opens up. I think that's how I want it. Let's double check what's in the toolbar here. So we've got, oh, that's why I didn't have groups for refineries and stuff. I just took everything that was power related and put it in a group. Okay, that's going to mean, okay, we'll have to double check that group. So all the lights, they should all be in a group already. The power saving light goes on. The doors, okay. We're going to need to make another group. I guess I need to do it in the ship. So we're going to call this one Doors. Look at this group. Look what I named this group. Alright, doors. Yeah, you know what? That's fine, because this is just doors on the bridge. That's really all that is. So then doors utility. Utility doors. Okay. That means we can now go back into... Oh, you know what? What's on the power saving? Because we probably need... Where's power saving? This was just a really easy way to just... Here, shut off. Yeah, so shut off the antenna. Shut off the assembler. Shut off... Oh, we could have the emotion controller go to sleep too, but it wouldn't. Literally no one would ever see it. So, thrusters would turn off. The jump drive. Let's put those in there. Let's just make it can just continues to make it easier. Let's put all the reactors in there, because if there's one thing in there from before. Oh wait a minute, no, I don't want that. Everybody back out. That was refineries, not reactors. Keep the reactors out, they got their own management. Refineries go in there. And that's it. Everything else stays active. So all those things will shut off. Okay. So those things will shut off, so then we can do in the power saving. Alright, so all doors... Okay, bridge doors. What was I doing here? Closed, open, yeah. Bridge doors will close. Bridge doors will open. And then the utility doors will close, but they will not open. And the hangar doors will close, but they will not reopen. We will manually reopen them. So I'm actually going to take... these two out of there for now and just use the second one to test here. That's kind of creepy. We'll have to put another light in for like emergency power. That turns on when we go in here. How could we do that cool like? Maybe we could do... Maybe we could do just like one singular... Oh, I can't put anything on the floor in front of there, huh? Maybe inset lights. We'll do it mirrored style. We'll just do that, and those will turn on. We'll make them the same color as the one on the bridge. And then... Or I could have put it in the floor right there, but then we'll have to... We might take that out if we're going to dock. But... Actually... I can't do the offset doors up against the cryo chambers and also have the nameplates in front of them. The security is that all the other doors are closed, basically. Do I want that... Do I want these to be so low, or do I want them up in the ceiling? I think I might rather have them up in the ceiling. This place is pretty... I mean, we're already going to need some additional lighting in here. But... where... Yeah, and that might be a good time to put in a button so I could open this door. Where am I going to put that? Maybe we need a button panel, like, on each side of this thing. I'm not trying to mess with them too much. Ooh, you know, actually, a console. A console might look good there. We just have to remember what each button did. We only get 3 buttons, though. Though I don't know that we would need... Yeah, you know what? Let's do button panel, because then I could at least write what's on the buttons. I don't know what the buttons are going to do yet, but... one of them is going to be the doors. So that'll be the first one. And I guess we'll do the same thing on both sides, but... for the time being, let me just go... hangar doors, open, close. Just so I can get back out. Yeah, I could write the instructions on the console screen, you're right. But this way the image is on the button itself. The console screen is not a button, right? It's just a... hang on now. It's just a screen, isn't it? This isn't a button. Yeah, no. You just get the 3 buttons. Which I like, but... I think it's easier to do that. So, we are... what... oh, that's right. I was going to look up... okay, the whole top is... oh, you know what? What if we did... like right here, we did the inset light facing down, and then maybe similarly we did the normal lights on the wall facing down and put them somewhere like right there. We might need more, huh? We might want to spread them out a little bit more. Actually, maybe not. Maybe that's okay. Maybe that's okay. Can you forcibly eject somebody from a cryo? I guess you could, couldn't you? I need to look up what that other light is called. Why are these called emergency lights? What are the emergency lights? Where are those at? What are the emergency lights? Oh, the emergency lights. Why would those be in a group? Anyway, this and this are the same thing, and now they are going to be in a group. Alright, and you, 175, 125. Alright, and then intensity 2, I think that's all I need to copy on here. Because we're going to just set the radius to be pretty darn big. Uh, okay. Yeah, I remember. I remember that time. All right, so we're gonna take out the power saving light, and instead put in the power saving light group. So this will be on and off. Yes. And then I need to just deal with these new lights I just created. Oh, what happened? What happened? So we got all these lights that are no longer really on the perimeter, plus these new ones. And you're just going to be... I'm going to call this area the cargo bay, for lack of a better name. Yeah, that's not bad. So, let's shut you off. Okay. So when I get in the cargo, or the cryo... Oh, it's creepy. That is creepy. Oh, and you can hear the doors on the bridge open. Maybe we won't open the doors on the bridge, now that I think about it. What if we... Because if I'm not planning to sleep in the bridge anymore. Yeah, maybe we should not reopen the doors on the bridge each time. Yeah, okay, well, we won't. What was I about to do? Okay, so the emergency light, I want to make it brighter, and I don't remember which one this is. The intensity of it is going to go back up to 5. There we go. Very creepy now. What happens if yeah, I guess my engineer headlamps turn off too, huh? Alright, now, you know what we need is a warning sign. Do we have anything about warning sign, atmosphere, construction, gravity, airlock? I was hoping for one that was like explosive decompression. Does anybody ever use the mimetic badger one? Like, that just seems like advertising. Yeah, okay, I guess none of these really work. Oh, I am going to put this one up. I like this one. We're going to put this one right there. Okay. So... let's go back up here. Oh, this thing is very red now. Oh, that's because I changed it. Alright, let's jump again. I don't feel like this thing is working. Let me double check the settings on that thing. Alright, power stored is... oh, you know what? Because equal or less than 100 is all the time. So we need to take it down slightly. There, yeah, see, there you go, look at that. There we go, that's the problem. Okay, there we go, now we got it. Let's jump back closer to Earth so that if I need to go back down to the planet, I don't have to fly a bajillion years to get there. Alright, and then if we look back here, it should be nice and red. Even though the thing is yellow. It's charging. I like the red. Oh, you know it would be cool. Oh, you know it would be cool. Oh, where could I do it? Where could I do it? Where could I do it? Is if we put a sensor in here that, oh, he opened his eyes when you walked in. Oh, that would be awesome. Okay, that's what we're going to do. I just need to figure out a place to put a sensor. Where could I put a sensor? These are half blocks here. Oh, man. I could put it on top of the light. I could put it on top of the light. It'll be okay. It'll look like a weird sensor. Oh, this is gonna be sweet. Okay. I need to see sensor field range. And I need you to be... where's it showing up? There it is. Okay, now it's probably very, very wide. Is there a... okay, I'm going to have to probably just stand back here and use the remote terminal here. Did we come up with a name for this guy? We're going to name him... let's see. This is the Eagle 5. What is the Eagle 5 in reference to? I forgot who gave me the name for this ship and what it references, now that I think about it. Where's Eagle 5 from? It's from a show or movie, right? I remember I knew it at the time, and I've completely forgotten at this point. I don't think it was Spaceballs. Maybe it is. Maybe it is, actually. Maybe it is. Well, anyway, I'll come up with a good name for this guy. We're just gonna call it the Eyes. The Eyes. Okay, left. Are we, feel like we're not... Okay, hold on, wait. I just want you... I feel like I'm not actually seeing it on the screen here. Because it's not the right... What did I turn on? The light that's there? Maybe? I don't know. We'll figure it out. There we go. So the left extent, I want you to kind of see it coming up, right? So it's like as soon as you get up to maybe like here, then his eyes will open. Okay? So we'll do 2.5, 2.5. For the bottom should just be like, bottom could be anywhere. We'll just say 3 is fine. For the top, I want it to be like right as you're like right there. Alright, so about 4. The back we don't care about. That's just the back. And then the front should be like, yeah, 5 looks good. Okay, we'll see about that. Maybe I'll do the proximity alert noise just so that it yeah, might as well detect everybody. Just so that you like notice that something has happened. Although I think for some people the proximity alert noise is also the warhead is about to explode noise. So alright, so when we detect a person, we're going to be... What is his eyes right now? He's happy. No? He's... Hold on. I don't know what he is. But I could look it up. He is... The heck is he right now? Oh, he's shocked. That's what he is. Okay. So... he will be I'm only, you can't see the rest of his face, so I'm going to stick with shocked as his default, and then we'll do, like... It kind of would be funny, oh man, if I had multiple sensors set up and he could, like, follow you as you're walking. We don't have room for all that, so... what's the best looking, like... I guess maybe sleepy. Let's see. Yes. I might make it even... I might actually... I think I'm going to pull the sides in just a little bit, and I am going to turn off the noise. The noise is actually distracting. Okay, so... Noise off. We're going to take this down to, like, maybe 2.4. Okay, and I think the top I'm going to take to 3.8. Ah, that's lovely. Or should he? Well, I can't really have him be on the moment you come around the corner. Oh yeah, actually I could, couldn't I? Hang on a second. Oh, the jump drives are charged. That's a little bright, actually, now that I think about it. This is the sensor. This is a little bit bright. We're gonna take this down to like 1. Nope, that's too dark. 2. No, actually, maybe not. 1.5. Yeah, that's better. Yeah, I could put a spotlight in here that could follow, but that would be... actually, can you get... Hang on. Can you get an interior turret to follow a person? I don't think so. No, I don't think so. No. Alright, what was I doing? Okay. I was going to push this forward just a little bit for the eyes. So the top we're going to actually put to like 4.2, I think. That way you come around the corner. Well, if you're coming this way, you're not even going to be looking anyway, so. But if you go kind of straight, then... we'll keep dialing this in. I do like this idea, though. Okay. How much power does that use? I might throw the sensor in the power saving group. Just cause, why not? Oh, it's called the shut-off group, isn't it? Yeah, you know what, it's fine. We'll leave it on. Alright, so you're coming up the stairs. You know, whoop, honestly have no idea what compelled me to put this here, but I think it's one of the best ideas I've had in a long time. Anyway, alright, we're almost at time. I do want to do a little bit more back here to... Let me actually close this up, because I want to see what the lighting is like in here. Did I expand the radius of these at all? Yes, I did. Okay, so they're fully lighting the place. All right, so I want to make this place feel more like a cargo bay. So we're going to grab some decorative things to put in here. And let's see. You know, maybe what we should do is take out the cryo tube at the yeah, that's actually, before I forget that, this is what we're going to do. There we go. We're going to take out cryo chamber and put in instead. Actually, I'm going to also take out... no, not. I was going to take out part of this corridor, but I'm not going to do that. I was thinking I could put in a corridor that had an opening there where I could get to that cargo, but... fish tank. That's what we're putting in right here instead. Oh man, that's too bad. It would be better if the... Oh wait a second. We have a fish tank. Oh. Well then. Actually, now that I think about it, this thing would be better if this hallway wasn't here at all, because then you could see the other corner of the fish tank and you could get at the cargo. What could we put right here instead? We could put... Let's see, we could put lockers, we could put... could put a kitchen there, and then you'd be able to reach the cargo through the kitchen. Put an armory there. We could put armory lockers. We could put an armory up against, like the flat armory, the lockers, up against that wall. Lab cab. Could put a lab experiment. I'm gonna put some lab experiments in the other thing. Where's the is it called cargo access? Cargo terminal? I like the look of it, but you know, that's not bad like that. That's not bad. If we did that. That does seem like a cop-out, though. Like, it seems like we couldn't think of anything better to put right there. I mean, we could put another emotion controller in that, that turns on when you're on the bridge or something. We don't really need... no, we do need that cargo because it's powering the med bay. I think that's how it gets stuff. Yeah, you know, we could put a thing here, an emotion controller, put another sensor in here, and have a guy look at you when you're on the bridge. Or, actually, I am thinking I might just do this cargo terminal half for now. For now. Or... well, okay. I was gonna say we probably need a like an ATM block somewhere where we can pull credits out if we need to go to need to run to the store, but we'll figure that out. I don't really like this here. I guess the problem is I do like it here, and I don't want to. I would like something else to be right there. But I actually do like it. Anyway, let's, hello. Let me focus back here for the next few minutes. I'm gonna take a quick drink of water. Another good time to remind people to like the video if they haven't liked the video yet. Alright, so, in here... I want to put in, like, barrels, crates, all that stuff around the edge. I think maybe some storage shelves Might look good. What are the cheap storage shelves? You know, don't need to keep all of these too many extra parts around. But maybe a couple of... Let's see, let's just fill up the thing with some groups of stuff. We don't need all this kitchen stuff. Oh, a first aid cabinet. Let's throw that somewhere on the... Maybe I'll put that on the opposite wall. That is large gun, right? Yeah. The weapon rack. Coffee machine. Maybe I should put the weapon rack on the bridge instead. Alright, where are... I guess the barrels and stuff are not part of decorative, huh? Structure? Utility? Oh, you know what we should do is put some floodlights on the inside, too. Maybe we should have done the lab vats in the back here instead of the other ones. Nah, I'm gonna keep them though. Let's see what else. Yeah, we'll put some floodlights in here just to kind of shine down on whatever we're building. All right. Propulsion, production, power, automation. Oh, I need to put a defensive defensive combat block on here too. That's probably not as important though. Oh, DLC blocks. There we go. That's what I need. Decorative pack 1, decorative pack 2. Here we go. All right, so we'll throw you in there. Decorative pack 3 has the barrels. And which one is the one that's actually explosive? Is this? Yeah, I need the cargo crate. Oh, this one is the explosive one. Yeah, let's not put those around. Let's not put those around. It's a cryo room. Could put a little bed on the bridge in case anyone needs a quick nap. Or a couch. Could maybe do that. Is the couch the one that has, like, the plant on the side? Maybe we should... Oh, it's on the wrong side, though. Oh, unless we did, like, plant and then couch. What? This plant just looks like it's growing inside of the... Inside of a place it doesn't mean... I think I'm going to do that instead of the other thing. And do that. Yeah, then you can have a quick sit and enjoy the, thinking about space travel. Be nice if you could look at the fish. But these are corridors, right? What are my options for corridors? Windowed roof. Corridor X. Oh, Corridor X. Corridor X. Problem solved. You can see the rest of the fish tank. You can see the thing there. Yeah, that actually works out really well. Okay. Yeah. Then I wanted to put some floodlights in and some barrels and stuff. Let's do floodlights first. Which way are these things supposed to go? Are they supposed to be this way? They're supposed to be this way, right? Yeah. So we could do like corner. Oh, hang on. Mirror. Corner. Where does that shine to? Like roughly the middle there? corner L. Now I'm gonna do like right there. Yeah. I like that. I think I'm gonna put in some one of these in the corners up there. I've already got that going on. Actually, we could also do kind of a similar thing right here and do this instead. Okay, so we got at least got a little bit of a shape going on there. Not much. This it's okay if this room is kind of flat. So let's see. Where's my stuff? Let's put. What does the first aid kit even do? I don't even remember. Is it just a... Oh, small ship first aid. Never mind. I could have swore I checked that that was a large grid. Alright, so I think maybe we do some... like along this... Let's see, this is a... storage shelf 1, storage shelf 2 we'll put on the other side. Then maybe we'll grab some... Let's see, what do the barrels look like? Yeah, throw some barrels in the corner there. And then maybe like a stack of crates in this corner. Do we have like more bigger crate? That's what we've got for crate. Okay. Crate it is. And then, like we could have one of the... Actually, we could have one of these big crates there, couldn't we? That might look better. The kind that you actually open up. Which I think is really cool. They should do more of these animated things. I like that. And then... what else? So I guess if we're not using those, we could just put some of these, like, in front of the window here or something like that, right? Like we put some there. Go over here. Put some there. I don't want it to feel like we're stuffing stuff everywhere, but just kind of like a little bit random. You know? That might be okay, actually. Just enough, right? Just enough to make it feel like a workspace. If I wanted to do like a... what was the last thing we did? Field work. If I wanted to put in some... If I wanted to put in some lab-looking stuff. Lab desk. Oh, we were thinking of putting in some pipes. I was thinking the pipes might interfere if we were going to try and do, you know, build out any connectors up there or something. Would a lab experiment? These guys aren't in a group anywhere, right? I don't think so. Alright, now I gotta remember what all these lab experiments are. I think most of them are gonna be too big. You know what, I think I am gonna put some pipes in. Maybe across the ceiling. To give it a something. We have cargo access in here, which is good. Let's make these blue. Alright, so if we wanted to have like a experiment of some sort going on here. Yeah, you know, something's telling me these things just aren't gonna make... They're not gonna... Oh, actually, this would kind of look cool in here. What if we did these upside down on the ceiling? Like this. Or like that. Right there. Actually, maybe that's okay, because it kind of does fit in. Yeah, actually, I'm going to keep that there. That looks cool. Because I don't think it would fit in really anywhere else. If we did it... I mean, unless we mirrored it and put it somewhere else. I kind of like it up there. Because it's out of the way. It kind of feels like, you know, in Star Trek, they make a big room around a warp core and put everything around it, and it's like, if I could put it up and out of the way, I should do that. Alright, then, what was the last thing I was going to do? Pipes. Let's do... Here's what I want to do with the pipes. I want to go... pipes... down... like right... let's mirror. Right there. I don't want a pipes junction. Just want regular straight pipes. Going to... right here. Like that. That is what I would like to see. We could even, actually, we could do a pipe junction and go out to the sides a little bit too, if we wanted. Let's, is that gonna look weird? Would we want to put pipes going between the two? I feel like at this point that's way too many pipes. We're filling the ceiling with pipes. Too many pipes. We could do a... just to break it up a little, we could do something like that. Just, yeah. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so we've got some... Yep, there we go. Got something interesting happening on the ceiling. The rest of this room is kind of blah, but... what time we got? Yeah, we're pretty much at time here. Maybe we could spend a short amount of time doing a little bit of neon. Because we could also, since we're not really planning to use the ceiling too much, just do like a... I don't think we could do that last one, can we? No, go there. Once again, my neon does not seem to be glowing. Although, actually, to be fair, I might be too bright in here. Does not seem to be glowing again. Unless we need to give it, excuse me, a... yeah, that's probably it. Just needs a brighter color. Oh, not what I meant to do. Yep. Okay. I didn't have any... did I have blue on the outside there or not? On the roof. I can't remember if I did or not. Anyway, let's take these neons and do a similar thing with the neon down at the end there. And at the beginning we will do a neon, what you call it, like that. Alright. Well, the ceiling is looking way more interesting than anywhere else in here, which I think is fine. But maybe we'll do these across the neon tubes. No, not end. Where's the... yeah, let me do this. Put that there. Neon tubes 1, that's what I want. Okay. And let's head outside. I think we might do the same thing up on the... similar thing up just on the roof. You know, around this. Ah, look what I've done. Look what I have done. Alright. Boy, wow. I really bungled this, didn't I? There we go. And this thing was this color. I don't think I painted any other stripes back here, so... we're going to... I think we're going to do... Let's see, I don't think you could dock through that. That would be cool if you could, though. I don't think you can. I don't want you to dock over that. Nope. Just one. Just one is good, and it should be this color. And then... oh, you know what? I should have used this one on the inside instead of that curve down. Because that could hang over the edge a little bit. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, not terrible. Just a little extra. Could potentially put that in a couple of other places along the side of the ship, just like this could run all the way through there, actually. All the way to there. We could run it all the way along the bottom there. I think I'm gonna do this end down to this end, and then do tubes one in the middle. And then I'm going to do a similar thing right here and say, I'm going to go tubes. Come on. Tubes to there, and then where's the tubes end again? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And I can't do anything there because it is a... It'd be weird to just have just the tube right there. Nah, not gonna do it. Okay, I think that's probably it. I'm not gonna touch the floor because I wouldn't want neon tubes being all over the floor. I am going to take you and you out and put in tubes down. Right there. And right there. Get a little extra distance on it. Okay. Okay. Alright, okay. I think I'm good. One... You know, I could probably bike shed this for a long time. But... let's see. Yep. Now maybe one last... let's see, I don't really want to mess with that back wall. I know I could greeble that thing to hell and back, but I don't want to mess with it just because I don't know what we're going to do with that back wall. In terms of, like, attaching docking ports to it or whatever. You know what? Here, let's do this. Let's do it's not called. Oh, it is. It's this thing. That's what I'm looking for. Pipeworks. I'm gonna do it up here. Get a little pipe working happening there. Why I really hate armor edges so much, they just ruin everything. But, okay, I think that'll be enough of that. Because I doubt we'd put anything up that high, so. Yeah, should it go over one more? Then this thing will be on top of it, but it's going to overlap with the good part. So hang on, let's see what that would look like. And then we're just going to kind of end this stream here because I'm getting tired. Yeah, I think that looks better, having it go all the way across, and that barely looks like a problem. You won't even see it from far away. Okay, that's good. That's good. We're good. Okay, so next time, boy, is there really anything more to do with this? There's probably a little bit of cleanup we could do, but I probably don't have a whole episode's worth of stuff. So, we'll see. I'll think about it. Oh, that sensor is still visible there. See, that's the thing, is there's still things going on. Yeah, I mean, there's like the toolbar, which I may or may not even ever do anything with, but inventory I'll keep. Yeah, see, we got stuff too. We can program this. Okay, so next time we'll probably start with doing something with, finishing this up for a little bit, and then there's a new build that I want to start on, which will be a small grid fighter. So, space fighter. So we'll do that. I got all the guns, right? Yes, I did. Did I? Did I get the guy? Yes, I did. Okay. Yeah, so we'll do that next time. We'll start with just a little bit of cleanup on the Eagle 5, and then start the new ship. All right. So tomorrow I should be, unless something goes wrong, because I'm going to be getting home very close to the time that my stream is supposed to start tomorrow with Elder Scrolls Online. So we will see if it happens on time or not. I know most of you don't go to that one anyway, so it doesn't really matter as much, but if you were planning on watching it. I may or may not be home in time to start it. We might be starting late. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Then Sunday, I believe we should be doing Designated Survivors with the guys. And, yeah. And I will see you all. Don't forget to throw a like on the video if you liked it in real life. And I will see you all next time. Take care, everybody.